Okay, if you had to, maybe one or two of you can talk about, if you had to describe the essence and the heart of what the preschool program is about, how would you describe it?
I think it's the families that come here and respecting them and their values and their cultures and respecting each child for who they are individually and making sure that child's provided for. And as a community, making sure that they understand that they're a smaller part of a bigger whole.
I like to think that when you walk through our gate, there's an invisible sign above it that says everybody's welcome here. And that no matter what the needs that we all bring to the table, whether it's the children or the families or the teachers or anybody that walks through that gate, you know that you will be accepted and respected.
And loved.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
I think she mentioned it all. She mentioned community, which is a big part of it. We've had people just who've come in from our perspective who have not been a part of a community or have maybe not been as much as they wanted to. And here, they relax.
Mary, can you talk about not who you are, but what your program is, and then kind of share that perspective of the families that have their experiences and that come into this program?
Do you want me to say the name of the program?
You can say, we've been saying HOPE.
Okay.
I think that's okay because it's a public, I think that's okay.
Yeah, I'm a teacher with the Hope Infant Program, so it's a special education program for 0 to 3-year-olds, and we have a nice partnership with this school that's been going on for a long time. And the reason that it works so well is because of that community and that acceptance, that feeling that everybody's always welcome, not just the kids, but we're welcome. So that made a difference to us.
I'd like for you to just take a moment and reflect back years ago, or when you came into this program, and think about the process of change that occurred to be a fully inclusive program. If you had to say a word about what that is, or describe your feelings about what that process was like.
Well, I think we're still growing. I think every day you learn, and every day you experience, and every day you reach out for more knowledge and understanding, and sharing resources, and working together, and working with the families. And I don't think we're completely there yet. I think we need to keep forwards and keep working on it.
And constant communication with each other as well.
That's the point that I think working together with you, Mary, as special ed, and I'm just regular teacher, and we talk so much about little things, just like turning pages on a book, or how a handle on a paintbrush could be, or how we can make a tricycle work better for someone that's not mobile. And it works. I mean, we have these conversations, and I don't think of them as big, like, oh, we're making big modifications, but they're important conversations.
And it's ongoing. It doesn't stop. It's just an ongoing part of the relationship. I think when I first started coming here, which I don't know how long ago it was, but the program was already going, and I think what impressed me was how natural it is. Just how natural. You don't have to, it's not like you pick a time and you work on this and you work on that. It's just part of everything.
Children helping children.
It is. And I think, too, I've been here ever since, 20 years. So those first experiences that we had with when we very first started doing inclusion, of course we had a great leader, but it just became a commitment to doing what's right. And it didn't matter what kind of problem was, we all became problem solvers, and we were committed to that child's success. And it didn't matter what we had to do, we'd find a way somehow, not that it was perfect every day, because it certainly wasn't. but we all learned, and we're all continuing to learn, and I think that's what keeps us all kind of in the game.
And each day brings a new challenge and a new hope and a new problem to solve, and you just keep going at it.
Does the feeling of fear ever come into play?
Oh yeah.
We were talking about that earlier, how we had a child come in to our class last year, and we were given information about their diagnosis, which is common. We'll find out information, but I think we were also fearful when we read about prognosis and possibility that she wouldn't live past 5 years old, or that she could degenerate in her development and go backwards. So it was feeling like, oh my gosh, can we do this? Can we do this? And like you said, Mary, we just opened our mind, and it was like, yeah, we can do this. And once we met the family, it was a family. It was not that diagnosis. And that was the fear, is those words on the paper, but not the family. The family, they're people. You know, we made relationships, and we're fine. I mean, she's just like all the other kids, and we didn't think of that every day when we saw her. She was, you know, the child that was in our class, just like everybody else.
So do you think sometimes the diagnosis depersonalizes, kind of dehumanizes a little bit? Or, you know, how do you kind of keep that? 'Cause I think that's an important strategy.
I think it can. I think it's important to know. You must know the facts and know what kind of possibilities for modifications or what you may need, but not to focus on that as the child.
Not
So
to let it limit you.
right, not let it limit you, or get you, you know, a roadblock or a fear that, oh, you know, this is happening, I can't do this. But to know, but to go outside of that diagnosis, that's really important. It can be limiting.
Well, I think too, sometimes we get on the flip side of that where we don't have a diagnosis. So then it's that fear of what are we dealing with and what is going to work, and the surprises that you get to figure out somehow that somehow you've got to make it work. And sometimes it might be something like, I know one of the biggest challenges for us we've had in the past has been like impulsivity, you know, where you have a child that just, you just don't